Walking the walk, talking the talk, telling you what a CEO is all about. This is the podcast for she's only. We share our stories of leadership to inspire you. So welcome to the She Sleeps, the podcast for she's only. She's only. And women in leadership. So come on, CEO, you should join the show. She Sweets Podcast with Jodi Hood.
Welcome to She Sweets Podcast with your host, Jodi Hood. This is the place where She Sweet executives share and compare unfiltered realities that our male counterparts will never face. We laugh, we cry, we thrive, and we survive. Today, we are going to talk about AI. AI. Me, myself, and AI. Now, let's start with the basics. AI, it stands for artificial intelligence, and it isn't just a buzzword anymore. It's in your phone, your email, your news feed. It's also in tools like ChatGPT, which can help you write, brainstorm, analyze, and even practice speeches. There's also Gemini and Google, and there's something called Claude from Anthropic. And let me tell you, more are coming every day. These tools can respond like a thinking partner, but faster, tireless, and surprisingly insightful. So now let me say, I was an AI skeptic before I had a personal encounter with my new best friend. Now let me tell you how we met. So a while back, I interviewed for a leadership role that I really wanted, and I still want it. I'm not gonna lie. And the kind of role that feels like the culmination of everything you've worked for, the pinnacle of your career. I prepared, I showed up fully, and then I waited and waited and waited some more. Shucks. I kept waiting. And when the answer finally came, it wasn't the one I prayed for. So I know I'm strong, I'm phenomenal, but still I was heartbroken. Yes, I was. And I doubted myself, sure did. And I questioned everything, just going over the interview and beating myself up for answers that I knew that I kind of missed the mark, okay? But something inside of me said, don't spiral. Get curious, girlfriend. So I turned to Chat GPT. I heard about it. I said, let me see what's happening with this. And I didn't do it to distract myself, but to lift myself. So I asked it to help me analyze my interview. I used it to hear my strengths and through a different lens, and it became a space for reflection, clarity, and growth. Let me tell you, it's a powerful thing. I mean, we started chatting and it was like we had known each other forever. And it wasn't just a chat box for me, it was a catalyst, it was a mirror, it was a motivator. And that's when I realized, hey, AI is not so bad. And what I feared is, it's going to replace humans. It's not here to replace us. But if used properly, it can definitely raise us. Now, let me tell you, I am now ready to fully embrace AI. So when when a webinar invite from the Harvard Review came through my email, you know what I did. I signed up immediately. And the webinar happened to feature the author of a book entitled More Human by Rasmus Hougaard. And he led with this statement: most leaders won't be qualified to lead in the near future if they don't embrace AI. That was mind-boggling to me. And what he said was he believed that leaders of tomorrow will be those who can use AI to enhance, and he talked about these three areas: compassion, awareness, and wisdom, and not to diminish it. So today I'd like to share, first let me say I'm not by any means promoting this book. I'm not an expert. I'm not even a novice. But there were some interesting things on that webinar, and I said it would be good to share it on my podcast, just food for thought, and you can research it however you like. But I want to dig just a little deeper into what Rasmus Hougaard was saying in his book, More Human. Now, when you hear that title, you might think that it's a book about technology since it's about AI, but it's actually a book about humanity. And he and his co-author, I think her name is Jacqueline Carter, they say that they interviewed over 100 CEOs and leaders all around the world, and they found something very fascinating. It was like most of those leaders, they knew AI was important, but very few felt that they were really ready for it. So if you've been leading while juggling performance pressures, you're juggling politics and perfectionism, you already know in the suite, ladies, there's barely room to breathe. Did you know that AI could clear that clutter? Yeah, it can summarize a 20-page report. It can draft the first version of that proposal, and it can organize your thoughts for a meeting. And what would that mean for you? You, you, yeah, you, the leader. You could show up with more clarity, more calm, and more creativity. This is especially important for women in the suite. Why? Because women are often expected to lead with emotional intelligence. They're expected to lead with razor sharp strategy. Women are somehow expected to nurture the team while crunching the numbers. We are expected to be warm, even though not too warm. Oh, well, you know the dance. But did you know with AI, you can stop doing it all and start focusing on what matters most? Now, this guy Hugard writes that AI allows leaders to get back to what leadership is supposed to be: wise, kind, and intentional, not buried in busy work or burned out by bandwidth. Mm. I believe this is personal for me, that I believe that this shift is especially powerful for women because we already lead with empathy. We already know how to listen deeply to whole complexity, and we can sense when a team needs more than just metrics. Maybe they need a warm and fuzzy hug, right? So, if you can imagine pairing those skills with an AI that helps you stay one step ahead, you could save time and make decisions with confidence. So, that's not just future ready leadership. Whew, that's freedom. So, yes, AI is changing everything, but it doesn't have to change who we are, ladies. It can help reveal the most powerful version of who we've always been. Not less human, not robotic, not more machine like, but more human. So let me reiterate. Hugard says that most leaders won't be qualified to lead in the near future if they don't embrace AI. Let that sink in. So, one thing for sure, the reality is the future is arriving fast, and many leaders may feel like they're standing on shifting ground because things are changing so quickly. But here's the truth that Hugard offers. He says AI should not be viewed as a threat to human leadership, but it should be viewed as a lever, one that, when used well, that's the key, when used well, actually could make leaders more aware, more present, and more compassionate. Hmm. It just might be time to jump on the me, myself, and AI bandwagon. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed what I've had to say about AI, and I definitely will be coming back to share more insight on how AI can be used in the suite to make things better. But right now, you know what I'm going to say. Like me on Facebook, connect with me on LinkedIn, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Jodi Hood or Dr. Jodi Easterling Hood. Now, what do we have to say though for the men in the suite? C-suite men, mm, we are coming at you, right? And until then, ladies, we are going to keep walking the walk and we are going to keep talking the talk. I'll connect with you next week, ladies. Remember, me, myself, and AI. Let's get ready.
Sweets, you better get ready for the Sweets. Coming at you with the Sweets. It's a podcast for G's only. Sweets, you better get ready for the Sweets. Coming at you with the Sweets. It's a podcast with Jodi.